Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream of the last game of the regular season for the Florida Panthers, playing what is ultimately a meaningless game against the Lightning. The Panthers' actual meaningful games against the Lightning will have to wait until this weekend. Right, Dad?
Exactly.
So let me...
It's on ESPN Plus, so it's good to go.
Yeah, let me just refresh this.
Okay.
Nope, it's get access.
What's that?
I go to select
the. Sign me out.
It says your site. I'm pretty sure you're.
Hold on.
You're signed in.
Right. So then.
Remember, ESPN is.
Oh, so you got to put it on ESPN. It's not on ESPN Plus. But wait a minute. This is ESPN. This is not ESPN Plus. But it's not on ESPN. So, yeah, we got to put it on, you know what, here.
Fubo?
Well, either are we signed in on Fubo here? Put the Fubo on, put it on the TV.
Yeah, you're signed. There it is.
Okay.
ESPN is so stupid. Why the hell would games that are on ESPN not be automatically available on ESPN Plus?
No. Let's just remember to back out and go back in each.
Well, you have to do that from the laptop.
Yeah, just help me remember.
Okay.
Let me go try to get the pregame done. I haven't done the pregame yet.
So, in all likelihoods, the Panthers will be playing against the Lightning in the first round. Unless the Leafs absolutely choke, the Leafs are going to win the division for just the third time, I believe, since 1967. So the Blackhawks have a 2-1 lead over the Sens. The Devils and Bruins are tied at 1. Let's see how about the Marlins. Oh dear. The Marlins are losing 5-1 to the Diamondbacks at the bottom of the third. It's not looking good. Apparently they surrendered 4 runs in the second inning. So, what are the predictions?
Meets the Minecraft universe with a Minecraft movie meal. Always on, day and night.
Tony says divisions can be lost in the home team barn.
Always discovering new insights. Always optimizing. Always focused.
Aiden Law thinks The Panthers will win 3-2.
I got this wow skin from a body wash.
Just
It's new. It's Olay.
just so there's no mistakes.
Mix it to my skin with 5
Just so there's no confusion. I will gladly take the L tonight as long as the Panthers are the ones handing the L to the Lightning in the first round.
It's new Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
If Toronto wins tonight, do we want to beat Tampa? JC, the game is on ESPN, which means it's not on ESPN Plus because ESPN is stupid. And also, the game would be on Fubo. The Maple Leafs will clinch the Atlantic Division title with at least 1 point versus the Sabres. So they don't even need to win. They just need to get a point. And also, the Blue Jackets must win in regulation tonight against the Flyers in order to keep their playoff hopes alive.
It's fun when you have this week is always a funny week. We're so excited for the playoffs, and some of these games don't mean anything, and some of them
Also,
a lot of other players maybe joining the lineups. But when you have a possible
there is the
first round matchup, it's got a little extra.
There are some crucial games taking place in the Western Conference tonight.
It's weird to see him in a different jersey. I still
Nikita Kucherov, obviously, he'd love to win another Art Ross.
The Blue-
those awards are on his mind. He's
With a
always
win
got
of any kind and a Flames loss of any kind, the Blues would clinch a playoff spot. And the Blues are playing at home against Utah tonight. A win of any variety for the Wild will clinch their playoff spots regardless of what the Flames do. The Wild can also clinch if they lose in overtime or shootout and the Flames lose in any fashion. And the Wild are at home against the Ducks. And meanwhile, every game is a must-win for the Flames, and of course, they have to play against the Golden Knights. So, the Wild clinch a wild card spot with at least 1 point versus the Ducks. The Blues clinch a wild card spot with a regulation win versus Utah, and the Flames would be eliminated with a regulation loss to Vegas. Got that? Good.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Hello, Merck's fan. Tony says home ice advantage is only a mental thing because you can split or steal both games.
But when you look at what they have moving forward right now, how they can just get that sort of foot on the gas pedal, right? Obviously, they don't want to see injuries. You got some people in and out of the lineup, but you got to get that playoff mentality right now, do or die.
Obviously, with Dallas,
Only one more hour.
Die.
Huh?
But she's trying to sell the game. They don't do it.
Yeah, they are.
They ain't no do or die. They don't care about winning the division.
From where? Tampa. You got it.
Beck says Jaw's still wearing the bad luck jersey, I see.
It's been good luck since I wore it. Probably lose tonight, which would give me the excuse to put the white back on for game one.
The Oilers stay in California starting today. Oh yeah, Vanacek is in net for us tonight. Tony says the
Okay.
Oilers stay in California starting today because they play the Sharks tomorrow night and will continue to stay until the 2 first games are over in LA. So Vazzy is getting the starts tonight.
Yeah, they're
For Lightning.
playing all their dudes.
They probably are at least curious to find out if they could somehow steal the division from the Leafs.
Let's go Dolphins.
We saw this as we should stream the Marlins game at 12:10 on first day. No, I am not going to stream a game for the team that's losing 5-1 to the Diamondbacks at the bottom of the third. They surrendered 4 runs in the second. Gedge.
Oh, I had a feeling we were going to do that.
What?
We went 11-7.
We went 11-7.
Yeah, and we let Kierstead play.
Barkov, Reinhardt, Lundell, Greer, Nosek, Forsling are all scratches. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's what I was. He said what I was getting ready to say. Or you said. Yeah. So this would be extremely embarrassing for the Lightning to lose this game. They're out there playing their guys, and you and I are the bottom defensive pair.
Are we in playoff hockey now?
Not yet, but there should be some games after this game tonight that could be playoff-ish, depending on what the results are as the night goes on.
Well, the big thing is
We got a little
it's
something
impossible for us to watch Blue Jackets Flyers right now because it's going on right now.
No, the Western Conference games.
I know, but which one do you pick?
Well, we'll just look at the scores and decide when the game's over.
Okay, so the Blues and Utah game.
Oh, for freaking hell!
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a long night.
Jeez.
What is that, Braden Points?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I'm gonna get a good workout in tonight.
This is torture. I want playoff hockey. We're already going to be playing this team in the first round unless Toronto decides to start choking early. Yeah.
Just stay healthy.
It's my bad. I had forgotten to even put up the
You
banner.
didn't even have a banner up. Damn.
Switch to Marlins baseball. Go ahead. You would say.
I was saying. Kyle's in preseason mode.
Yeah. So, David's is going to get some work done. Have a good night, all.
Yeah. All right, bud.
So, Jackets and Flyers are tied at nothing after one. Tony says that Darnell Nurse has a hearing with players' safety department after cross-checking Byfield in the head after the whistle, so he might be suspended for tomorrow or even for playoff games.
Yeah.
Also, the Leafs said that OEL will be good to go for the start of the playoffs.
Okay.
Hey, Florida Panthers fan from Launceston, Tasmania. Thanks for the two Aussie dollars.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Very
Says,
cool.
hi, guys. It's me, Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Oh. Very cool.
Hello, Edmund Josiah. One of our rare commenters, I think, from Twitch that isn't a bot.
Yeah.
Hello, buddy. Happy Tuesday to you, too.
I think I'm going to do some push-ups after we score on this.
Simon says, I'm a Habs fan.
Almost the wraparound by Samus.
Simon says, I'm a Habs fan, so I have no choice but to root for the Flyers.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna do some push-ups.
Can we change the title to Checkers versus Lightning?
Right?
You're welcome, Edmund. We're doing all right. It's going to be a long night. So as I was trying to say before the Panthers gave up a goal, the Utah and St. Louis game and the Wild and Ducks game both started 8. The Flames and Golden Knights game doesn't start until 9.
Yeah, that's the good game. That's the
On
good game.
paper.
Yes. All right.
Simon says Demidov is going to be insane. Slikovsky looks like a flop. Blair says, hey, Jaws and Kyle, hope all is well.
This is going to be a long night. And I did not get to the gym today, so all's fair. What's that?
We are going on the penalty kill.
Oh, great. Good God.
Okay, wake me up when it's playoffs.
Oh,
Florida minor penalty 77 interference. You see the center ice right there as Nikolai takes a piece of Kucherov. Kucherov goes
You know how
Actually, Kucherov didn't have the puck there.
you know how bored I am. I'm actively looking forward to covering one of the later games because it's probably going to be more entertaining than this.
oh, let's see how long this takes. Can I catch my breath before they score again?
Well,
Oh, they hit the post.
Hey guys, the Knights, thank you for the 5.
Hey, thank you, Eyes. Thank you, buddy.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Eyes.
bud.
Says, will you be doing a live stream of Jaws and Kyle making their cup bracelets?
Cup bracelets?
Yeah,
Is that something I should know about?
I don't think so. I have no idea what Eyes is talking about.
Or was he trying to? No, it doesn't sound like pancakes. You say the talk to text get them? Is there something going around where people are making bracelets?
Cup brackets.
Cup bracket. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to have a bracket. Obviously, we're going to have, we're going to make a league for the channel.
Come on, try
I
to.
think I'll share mine. I think I shared mine last year on a post. But yeah, a video of doing it. I hadn't thought about that. Sure, why not? Sure, that's not a bad idea.
Edmund says, have a good day.
You too, bud. Okay. Trying to catch my breath. I haven't been doing the push-ups. Uh-oh. Oh, we got lucky they passed up that shot. Did you guys really have to go and get Yanni Gord back? It goes in. Oh.
All right, we killed the penalty. Now
All
it's a
right.
4-on-3 for the Lightning, but they were offside.
Offside. Wake up, pancake head.
Speaking of, you probably will need to buy more chocolate chips.
Yeah, I'll buy more chocolate chips.
Those ones you found are good.
Yeah.
I haven't been chugging them down, but I have had some.
I'm sure you have.
Hey, Meta, what the heck is a thermodynamicist?
Thermodynamicist studies energy and heat transfer.
Hey, Meta, explain thermal balance.
Hey, Blair, thank you for the 14.
Hey, thank you, Blair. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you,
Much
Blair.
appreciated.
Blair. Blair says, "Hey, Kyle and Jaws, I hope my Leafs will do well this playoffs. We play Ottawa. Hope that Columbus plays well and makes the playoffs. Good luck this playoffs."
Thank you, Blair. I hope we see you in the second round.
Cuban's been a member for 25 months.
Thank you,
Says,
Cuban.
"Jaws, if we lose, you shave your whole body."
If we lose what? In
This-
the playoffs?
This game, maybe?
This game?
Colby says, "I'm telling you, Tampa Bay will beat Florida, then the Rangers. Toronto looks abhorrent against Buffalo, but it's somehow tied at nothing." If anyone would choke a division and play Florida as a punishment, it would be Toronto.
No, they can't lose 2 games in a row, right? They wouldn't do that. Who do they play?
Tonight, the
Toronto.
Leafs, the Sabres.
Oh, jeez. Come on now.
For 2 games, and he said Sam Bennett got away with one. So we all wondered what they would be like as teammates. They got a trial run at 4 Nations for Team Canada. Brad Marchand said, "We never addressed the incident. I just told him I'm not passing him the puck." He did, in fact, pass him the puck. And now they're quite close. I've asked people close to them why. They said they're both super competitors.
I says Josh should do the recaps topless and his sub numbers would go crazy.
They've had Marchand with Lundell and Luke Ryan recently, and Paul Maurice seems to really like that combination.
Stolars has gone full Hazak mode so far to keep the Leafs in it.
Gotcha.
Against the Sabres?
Well, they've lost a few games and they were playing better a little bit.
Panthers probably gave Sabres some notes after Saturday on how to beat Leafs.
Yeah.
Both those guys are guys that you hate to play against, would love to have on your team, and they both know how much each other can get under their toes.
All right, so Marchand's with the puck, and he gets it taken away, but he's still behind the net.
Oh, I thought Bennett was going to be out tonight. I guess he's not. I guess he wanted. I'm surprised he wanted to play because he had last night. I guess he gave Maurice no choice.
If you were to win in regulation and Tampa loses in regulation to Rangers, would you get home ice advantage? No, we're locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in
to third place.
So now I'm trying to figure out the lines because I thought we knew them, but with Bennett in, Rodriguez, so maybe Lundell's out again. Lundell and Luosterainen.
8 minutes gone by in the opening period. Only 2 shots on net so far for Tampa Bay, and one of those, of course, the break.
No, there's Luosterainen, so Lundell must Boquist.
That's Pugliarvi.
Was it?
Number 20.
Didn't I see 27? Oh, shit. Yeah,
there is
27. I knew I saw 27. Not that blind.
But there is Pugliarvi.
The 7s haven't started looking like zeros yet. They might look like 2s, but they haven't started looking like zeros yet. So maybe Lundell is out tonight because Bennett wanted to play.
And of course, Vazzy is actually trying.
Sure.
From the point, lifted out to the neutral zone. Megna gloves it down, and now Balinskis on the back pedal, allowing the change.
Yeah, Wilbur, through that whole sequence had a broken stick. I think Florida realized it. It was great shots, retrieving those loose pucks. Good job taking advantage of that for Florida.
Fix the outlet. And Paul floats one left, a little one touch across the line. Shaky after it.
All right, so less than 11 minutes to go. Have the playoffs started yet?
No, they have not started yet. Why don't you call it a baseball game?
Okay.
Hey! No baseball game for you.
Not that I think we could even watch the damn game. It's on Diamondbacks TV. I doubt we get that anywhere. It's 5-1 still. Diamondbacks over Marlins. Henderson says the Oilers were injured to hell and back. Also, Skinner is quite bad. Janaya says, oh, look at that. Both Panthers and Oilers are locked in third place. Do you think the teams were just too fatigued to try and push for first? If I'm correct, both of our teams helped for the first spot.
I'm sorry, what?
Janias was saying both the Panthers and Oilers ended up in third place in their respective divisions this year.
Yeah.
And that they might have been just too fatigued to get first in the division again.
Well, I can't speak for Edmonton, but certainly when it came time to really want to chase and fight for it, we did not either have the energy or the desire or both to fight for it.
Kate says, evening, guys. Already down, I see. No matter, still tuning into your stream.
Appreciate that. I thought they were going to run away with it in the first minute, but we're even out shooting them now.
Tony says, isn't it ironic that the last two teams in the Stanley Cup final last year are both in third place in their division and are both arresting players and have hurt players and have 99 and 98 points?
Yeah, well, it wasn't a lot separating us last year either, right? All right, man, check.
To retrieve. Hagel a one-touch and Chernak settles it down.
I mean, Tampa's still playing for something, right? They could still get the division possibly if Toronto helps them. But I mean,
hey, Blair, thank you for the 7.
Hey, thank you, Blair. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Says Kyle and Jaws, the playoffs start on Sunday. I thought it was Saturday.
I think there are games that are going to start on Saturday. It just might not be ours.
And Landeskog is coming back for the Avs.
That's crazy.
Game 1, who is winning, Dallas or the Avs?
Dallas. I think Dallas is going to win that series.
I think the Avs might get so pumped up from Landeskog returning that they humiliate the Stars. Yeah, Logan Couture had to retire.
Yeah.
He was too injured to keep playing.
Oh.
Gonzalez has had a couple of breaks where he snuck behind the Florida defense. That time didn't get much on that shot. And a positional save made by Vanacek.
Yeah, for Gonzalez, you don't get those a ton, so you get 2 of them in the first period here. You hope to bury one of them.
Especially not against this team.
Yeah.
So, Gage Goncalves has had 7 goals since March 1st. For the playoffs, do we get Randy and goalie for any of the series?
The first round.
Sleep better, train smarter, recover faster, and feel healthy. Understand and optimize your sleep. Get coaching and insights for every age, stage, and cycle. Track over 140 habits. Get a 360 view of your training and workouts. Never miss a second of data with a wireless and waterproof charger. Expect all new features all the time.
I got this wow skin from a body wash.
Janaya says, I simply want Kings, Avalanche,
Listen to my skin, subscribe.
Vegas to be out first round. Maybe your Panthers as well. Since those free teams,
That's 5
the Kings
minutes in one.
have to outdo my Oilers.
Look at
I think the Kings are going to beat the Oilers this time.
so luminous. It's new Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
Lightning with a 1-0 lead. Brayton Point leads. The Lightning 40 seconds.
Oh no, there is a Ryan Reed Jr. now in the chat.
All right, Ryan Reed Jr.
Oh God, he's multiplying. Janaya says, yeah. Janaya says, yeah, I can see the Kings sweeping us. Colby says, Toronto will choke the division, so you guys will be facing Ottawa. That's where you're wrong. Not the part where Toronto chokes the division. That's still entirely possible. If the Leafs somehow lose the division, well, if the Leafs lose the division, it would be the Lightning playing the Sens and the Panthers playing the Leafs.
Yeah.
Do the Panthers or any team in the do the Panthers now or any teams in the NHL in the past have access to the cup because they won and wanted the feeling about winning before the playoffs started?
No, I think at some point during the season it gets dropped back off in Toronto. I think we brought it back in one of the road games, if I'm not mistaken.
Metallic says, how would you grade the regular season?
A B, I guess. I think if you would have told us we would have done without Kachuk after the Four Nations, I think we've done about what you thought we would have done.
Barman, the Leafs would have to lose both of their remaining games.
Oh, we gotta fight.
Fight. It's Magna against Cernak.
Not really much of a fight.
The Leafs would have to lose both of their remaining games in regulation, and I think the Lightning would have to win both of these remaining games in regulation.
No,
Columbus scores 1-0 Columbus.
2 minutes, roughing. Tampa Bay penalty number 81. 4 minutes, double minor roughing.
All right, we got a power play out of that. I think because I don't think Megna wanted to go. It's interesting that they gave him the extra 2 minutes.
Montreal is sweating right now, says David.
Yeah, come on, man. No, what I was saying is if the Leafs lose both games, get no points.
Get no points.
The
Yeah.
Lightning only have to win one of the games in regulation as long as they win this, get 4 points.
Yeah, you're right. I believe that's right.
All right, let's see if we can get some PP time.
Janaya says Kings outscore us 12-4. 2 games we scored no goals, and we beat the Kings only once, like 1-0. I don't like our chances. Marchand, Rodriguez, Jones, Samoskevich,
All right, good try.
Rodriguez,
Jones.
as he makes the save.
Come on, Ekblad, you got to score there.
Tampa gets a little on that one side and set.
He shot it right into
Down the
him.
middle of the ice. He has all the time in the world. Vasilevsky comes out.
He,
Well-
did, I mean, he literally shot it right into him.
Montour would have scored there.
I guarantee you Montour scores there. You are correct. Oh, well, OEL would have been high and wide, though.
Retro Matt says, will Chucky be back for game 1?
They're not sure if it's game 1 or not, but if not game 1, game 2, game 3 at the worst. Maurice said it's not weeks, it's days.
Less than a minute to go on the power play, less than 6 minutes to go in the first.
Oh, what the hell was that? Fine, don't be giving up another shorty now.
Janias says, I can see if Ottawa beats the Leafs and you beat the Lightning, you see Ottawa winning second round simply because Matthew will want to help out his brother Brady to have his name engraved.
All right, well, that got killed for the most part.
Ugh.
Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
Our team gets to keep the cup for 100 days.
Oh, there you go. There's the answer to that question. 100 days and nobody showed up at the house, man. That is awfully disappointing. There we go. Oh, jeez. Good Lord.
Good God, that's geeky. Geeky scoring.
Good Lord. Well, I wanted to lift anyway.
I mean, for their part, the Panthers have literally nothing to play for.
Oh, I'm not genuinely complaining. Just more about, you know.
Jake's called that a laser beam shot.
I mean, you can see it coming a mile away. The 2-on-1 was there. Oh. Okay. This is definitely all your fault.
Yeah, Columbus is winning 1-0.
I mean, Columbus is going to win their games. Montreal has just got to get a freaking point.
Not too bad, right? What a night for the geeky fantasy team as they both on the board. Here we have a penalty call here. We'll get to that when we come.
Yeah, we're going back on the PK.
Makes it 2-0 Tampa Bay.
Oh, jeez.
Eisenite says, I got the Blues game on now. Kate says, F Montreal, go Jackets.
No, I don't want to have to rewrite my whole script. Stop wishing it. Jeez, that commercial's annoying. All right, I'll do some push-ups.
In for the wedding photos, out for the dance floor. Yeah. No, like you're dancing, just like a person.
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah, Blues are winning it.
Ugh.
Florida Panthers fan from Los Angeles says, I want a Taiwanese parliament fight. Is that a reference to that scene from Cat in the Hat? That movie is so terrible it's good.
Welcome back to here at Paul Murray's Game 82. You're right.
Trey says 60 in the chat to 21 likes. Maybe that's why Tampa scored.
We're too happy with that Sam-Bennett penalty. The other opinion on
Kate
that?
says it's fun to watch that movie while you're high AF. The Cupcake-inator. What we really need is a Pancake-inator.
Yeah.
Can just throw in the batter and the chocolate and have instant pancakes.
Oh, hopefully I don't have to lift again this period.
Maybe we'll finally score shorthanded again. Sturm is out there on the PK. Sturm shorthanded goal.
Breaks his stick in half to start the power play. Frustrated, tosses it aside. Hands back to the bench.
Dennis says this better not be a harbinger of Tampa getting calls.
Nah,
They'll let the refs make all the terrible calls they want tonight.
this game couldn't possibly mean less. This is just the stat killer for this game. Vanacek's save percentage is going to, as if it wasn't great already.
Well, Vanacek apparently is only allowed to beat the Sabres for us. Henderson says, well, my Venmo's in good shape, so bring it on.
Oh,
Marchand, he has Sturm, but Sturm is getting tight.
Oh, he just missed.
Marchand, you hit the post. Are you kidding me?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So we're gonna
We'll have
get evened up.
less than a minute of 4-on-4, and then we will have.
Oh, he must have said something interesting.
It's still tied in nothing in the Leafs Sabres games.
Yeah.
Come on, Leafs. How hard is it to?
Okay, so Hagel definitely interfered, but Sturm did the trick where they put the arm over the stick.
Oh yeah, tomorrow night I guess the Heat play the Bulls in the play-in game.
Oh, okay.
Now 4-on-4 for 52 seconds, and then it would be an extended Panthers power play.
All right, can we get one to make it at least not embarrassing? Jeez. Yeah. Why is Schmidt on the ice on a 4-on-4? I guess beggars can't be choosers. Everybody's out tonight.
30 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Littleberg knocks it out of midair for Nick Law. Salzer's working to the high slot. It's Tubbs to Gonzalez. He stays on side. Now peels back.
What's the score for the Red Sox? The Red Sox are winning 6-1 against the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Diamondbacks are beating the Marlins 6-1.
All right, so now we got a power play. Oh shit! And it's a shorty. Woohoo! All right, this is fun. We having a good time now? Okay. I'm excited now. Dang. Good Lord. Was that as bad? Let me see. How bad was that?
That's Seth
So
Jones
falls.
Seth Jones falls, and yeah.
And yeah, that's nice. All right. Ugh.
And of course, everybody's ragging on Seth Jones as if this was a playoff game already. I am not going to be judging anybody for their performances tonight.
No. Just stay healthy. That's the only job anybody has tonight.
Just stay healthy and don't antagonize the Lightning. Your local Panthers fan says if you guys want, you can stream the Blue Jackets instead.
I mean, the power play has Luosterainen, Schmidt, and Belinskas.
And Puljujärvi.
Puljujärvi. I mean, I don't even think the little girl is trying. Oh.
Dennis, I am willing to give Seth Jones the benefit of the doubt because he was supposed to be playing second pair with, because we were not breaking up Forsling and Ekblad, right?
No. Oh, that's the end of the period. Okay. What's
Like-
that? 8-0? It's only 3-0? Okay. We got out of that, all right.
Like, Ekblad getting suspended completely upended our defensive pairings. The Diamondbacks just hit a grand slam to go up 10-1 on the Marlins. God, the Marlins are trying to perform even worse than the Panthers.
Just his second career shorty. That one happened 6 years ago.
That's pretty good. I mean, yeah, look at that. We've talked about how good he is on the power play, but now he gets
Ugh.
great period for Tampa, 3-0. Pretty good.
So Connor Geekie scored for Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, in Boston, Morgan Geekie also scored his older brother. He's 26 and Connor's 20.
Good night for the Geekie family. What game do you think the parents won?
Bam! Both one-timers.
I love it. I love it. Good for them.
Good stuff.
All right, so the Devils are beating the Bruins 3-2. Chicago has a 3-2 lead on Ottawa. The Capitals are beating the Islanders 1-0. And there is no score yet in either the Utah Blues game or the Ducks Wild game.
He was accepted into the Hall of Fame.
That's nice. But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere. I got it, Dwayne Jetski.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Ugh.
Nothing scary.
Hot Dog says, I will be back for the playoffs. I don't blame you, Hot Dog. So, again, as long as the Panthers stay healthy, tonight, there's literally nothing of consequence going on in this game other than maybe giving Tampa fans a false sense of confidence.
Welcome to Visible, the ultimate wireless hack. It's one line powered with unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network for just $25 a month. Stream, scroll, browse, and connect with great coverage.
The Panthers are locked into third place.
in the know.
Life moves at the speed of hockey. But you can
Panthers versus.
home or away to always
We are definitely not playing the Hurricanes in the first round.
enterprise for lives and drive.
Yeah.
Stuffed cheesecake
All right.
cookies are a hit at Cracker Barrel with new Oreo or strawberries. Every bite delicious harmony. This
Oh,
season,
that
save
looks
by Cracker
good.
Barrel for spring savings.
Did you see that evil stuff
I
that
did
Cracker
not.
Barrel?
You want me to put on Columbus and is it on ESPN Plus?
Let's see.
We got to back out anyway.
Yes, it is.
So, oh, but this is Fubo. So I had to go back to ESPN Plus for the other game. Right?
Who is a scratch night? I think.
Oh, now why did it log me out of ESPN Plus? Every time this thing logs me out, and I never log myself out.
Ready saying he says Thunder Alley is rocking.
Columbus.
Blue Jackets broadcast.
All right, there you go. You got a few minutes.
It's on. It's
Yeah, I
muted.
see it.
Okay, so
Okay. I'll be back in a minute. What a difference between the quality of ESPN Plus and Fubo.
yeah, ESPN Plus is much better. Is that what you're saying?
No, I thought it was the other way around.
Greaves just made a save against Konechny. Blues and Wilds now both winning 1-0.
Tries to whip it past Jack Greaves, but that is look like it's never going to happen. With that save, it's like he's in the Matrix. Yeah. Yes. Give it to you, then take it away. Seeing beach balls, Jack Greaves, 17 stops. Flyers control off the faceoff. The dot Cates a wrist shot misses far side. Puck stays in play. Nick Sealer drives it down to the goal line.
All right, so Blue Jackets get the clear.
No icing. Nullified by
No icing.
Gets there first. Fantilli along with JVR. Fantilli stick comes up from Forster, and that will be a penalty. Will it be 2 or 4? Will be the Blue Jackets.
The Blue Jackets are going on the power play. Colin says needs the Leafs to choke the lead in the division away. Well, all the Leafs have to do to avoid that is get 1 point against the Sabres.
First one of the night for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Job by Provorov to send that puck in. He saw Fantilli was
Panthers need a new backup goalie. I am reserving my judgment until the playoffs actually start. We didn't even use. We barely even used Stolars in the playoff run last year. It was all Bob for the most part. Just chucking around, we're practically fielding our AHL team out there again in a game where we're already locked in third place. Lorentz scores and the Leafs are winning 1-0. Samuel Ersson makes the save. Yeah, Tampa chose to play their full roster because they still have a slim chance of winning the division. Yeah, we clearly didn't show up tonight. Matthew says, is it just me or do I feel like we've done a decent job with the guys out there? The Bolts goals have all been off of fluky breakdowns, which needs to be addressed. 5v5 hasn't been too bad. Yeah, I am sure that once Ekblad in particular returns, our defense will stop surrendering so many funny chances for the opposition. Oh man, the Florida Panthers fan from Tasmania fell down the stairs last night. Damn, that sucks.
And the Flyers there, that's an important clear. They get the top unit for the Blue Jackets off the ice. Or most of it. Here's Kent Johnson and Zach Werenski still out there. Kent's so good on these entries. How smooth was that? I mean, he did that the last play, too. It looks like he's going to take it wide, but it's a short, soft pass to Werenski in the middle of the ice. Flyers dig it out and clear.
All right, so
leads the team in power play goals in 8. Now part of the second unit.
So the Columbus power play is over. So again, Columbus has to win tonight in regulation against the Flyers in order to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Fires one down low. Walking out the corner. Michkov. Konechny. Passing to Michkov. Short feet. Drysdale. Back down to the right of the ledge. Scramble behind the Blue Jackets goal.
All right, so there's about 3.5 to go. 3.5 to go in the second period of Flyers and Blue Jackets. Greaves makes the save. We head to commercial.
You missed his turn at the pinata because you were busy not missing hockey. Watch in-game highlights, stories, and post-game recaps only with the NHL app. Let's go here for more citizens of the law.
Matthew says, I also wish the playoffs would be set up differently. Do the traditional 1v8, 2v7. But if not, you got great teams like Florida, Tampa, Colorado, or Dallas going home in the first round.
Selection is the most magical place to stay at the most magical place on earth. Here, the magic is up early, giving you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day. And welcoming you back with even more magical moments. Get a taste of cool kids summer with a free dining plan included when you purchase select room and ticket packages. Why would you stay anywhere else?
So yeah, there really isn't much to say about this game other than playoffs can't start fast enough. The Blues have made it 2-0 against Utah, and the Wild have a 1-0 lead over the Ducks. So Fabro was the guy who scored for the Blue Jackets earlier in this game. Wow, the Flyers are going to be on the penalty kill again.
Number 36, 2 minutes for interference. He's got power. Keep an eye on him off this face-off. Here he comes. Lifts the stick, puts the puck in the area, and now he's trying to get to it, and that's an interference call.
So yeah, the Blue Jackets are once again going back on the power play.
Quick shift. But he gets a smile out of that as the power play unit jumps out. Monahan trying to win another face-off, and he did. He sits that out somehow. He's got it right here. Close it. Passing is a one-time.
Wow, that was fast. The Blue Jackets have just made it 2-0 on the power play. Who is that?
Well, this man, Sean Monahan's having himself a night here in Philadelphia. There's details in the game. He's going to have a second effort on this play as he gets that bounce. See a little poke. Pokes it, and then Zach jumps all over it, and Zach makes a quick decision to go right back to Monahan. It was on his
So yeah, Monahan.
So as he takes a few strides towards the net, kind of sets everyone down with him, and he sets it over.
Minnesota and Anaheim are now tied at 1. Trey said Kent Johnson with his second goal of the season, and I think Monahan was an assist on that. Trey says, "Oh yay, my guys are going off when the fantasy season is over."
Myers stretching again, wristed on goal, stops, covered by Sillinger to Werenski, wants it down, but with a high stick. So that was a hard play.
All right.
2-0 game. Thanks to Ken Johnson.
If someone is keeping track of how much time is left before the Lightning and Panthers game gets back underway. Yeah, I'm sure all the Lightning fans are going off on us. If they want to hype themselves up while being up 3-0 against the Panthers AHL squad with nothing to play for, go right ahead.
Underrated in that department. It's hard to get it out of him in interviews, but boy, it sounds like in the locker room he's a great piece to have in there. Outstanding acquisition in the offseason.
I'm not sure if the intermission is over yet, but the Blue Jackets made it 2-0 on the power play. The screen door, yeah. Hey, John, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, John.
You just joined the chats. Did I miss anything? You know, the only thing you've missed is the Panthers not really having anything to play for.
To say the least. All right, so 2 minutes until.
Okay.
The Blue Buffalo food they deserve. Real meat first.
Okay.
Healthy ingredients. Natural nutrition. Try Blue Life Protection Formula today.
So the Blues are up 2-0 against Utah. The Wild and Ducks are tied at 1.
Okay. Yeah, so if the Blues win that, I guess it's over for Calgary.
If the Blues win in regulation, their playoff spot is clinched. But remember, the Wild still have to clinch theirs.
Right. Okay.
Vanacek has a 6.25 save percentage.
Jeez. Oh, Fatty. Oh.
No, the Flames are still alive somehow. And if you wanted an update on Marlins baseball, no, you don't. The Diamondbacks hit a grand slam to make it 10-1. Also, the NBA's first play-in games are tonight. The Magic have a 59-43 lead over the Atlanta Hawks late in the second quarter. And later tonight, Golden State plays against Memphis. Oh God, we have to sit through more of this game. That is not playoff hockey. And it's not even Randy and goalie calling it, which makes it completely intolerable. Eisenite says, damn, Lawson Cross fell off this year. Maybe Jaws' wish will come true and we can get him back cheap.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Puljujarvi as an ad for next year. Certainly, I'd like to see him hang around for depth.
So look for Florida with a minute 11 left in this power play. 3 or 4 teams to take quick passes to break that pressure, and then look for that open seam.
So Vitek Vanacek, the last 4 games versus Tampa, 16 goals against on 80 shots, and 800 save percentage. Ugh.
Forwards will form up. Final game of the regular season for the Florida Panthers. 2 still to play. Tonight and then Thursday at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, Marchand just turns over the puck and it immediately turns into a rush chance. Oh yeah, that's right. We're still on the power play.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot.
God, this is terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Trying to go to the middle. Jackson's there to intercept the pass.
And here's Sorelli to clear once again. He is such a good.
I mean, our guys are clearly just out there skating because they're contractually obligated to play the game. You know what I mean?
He's good on face-off. Got a little clip to that organization that they open their eyes to a lot of people who don't watch Sorelli on a regular basis.
On a 4-game point scoring streak as well as Anthony Sorelli.
Someone in the chat said, "Why
There we
don't?"
go.
Someone,
Hey, Vanacek made a save.
Vanacek made a save. Congratulations.
He said, enough for that.
Someone said we should just switch Vanacek with Johansson, and the Lightning fan in the chat immediately said, deal. You haven't seen the horrors that I've
We
seen.
had Johansson. Don't forget, he had a cup of coffee with the Panthers at one point.
Had been waiting for it at the near half wall. Up top, Davis snaps one towards the net. He's in front.
And don't go blocking shots now, okay?
Down the clear to Belinsky. He will hammer it around the boards.
That's a third or fourth time Hedman has jumped up in the rush.
I think Vasilevsky's going to get a real cheap shutout here tonight.
Just as long as he doesn't get one against us as long as we can beat him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN, and an official partner of the NHL. Odds to win the Stanley Cup right now, according to ESPN Bet, and a pretty good price on both the defending champions and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, and I think you look at the
Collins says, hey, Jaws, do you think that, yes, Jesse can be a piece off the bench? Puljujarvi.
Yeah, sure.
You know, you can pick and say, okay, they have a chance to win the Stanley Cup, and I think the East is a little bit thinner. That path to the finals is, you know, a little bit more fresh than the other team in the Western.
Blues have made it 3-0.
Well, Montreal. Oh, almost. Damn it.
Blues better not blow a 3-0 lead to Utah.
Right.
Of course, that's just going to put more pressure on the Wild, who are currently tied with the Ducks in their game.
Oh.
Stop it.
What? I got to entertain myself somehow.
Yeah, the Blues have a massive opportunity. And so do the Blue Jackets. Blue, 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 blue. Blue, 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 blue. Blue, 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 blue.
It's been 6 years.
They are looking at the Blues goal. Oh boy.
Hockey in Florida is alive and well. And it is impressive what these two teams have done over the last 5 years.
Metallic says the worst part of this is it's killing the vibes going into the playoffs.
I don't know.
If we were playing with our full roster and still trying to get home ice advantage, yes, I
mean,
would be disappointed in losing 3-0.
The way they lost last night, it's almost like when they got the lead, they said, "Oh crap, we don't want home ice," and just like tanked. It was just weird how it went last night. Boy, Vanacek's save percentage, yikes.
Yeah, that is literally that's a 666 save percentage. Save, it's the devil.
Yeah.
It's funny because Vatek used to play for the Devils.
And it was funny, but they were trying to educate the fans in South Florida that may not have known much about hockey, what they were going to expect. And then the fans, as you would expect anywhere, got an in-person look at the National Hockey League.
Who is the favorite to win the Stanley Cup? Hey, John, thank you for the 5.
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you,
Thank you,
John.
thank you, thank you.
Says,
Thank you, bud.
big update from Miami. It's now Arizona 10, Marlins 2.
Jeez.
Way to go.
Comeback begins.
Crazier shit has happened.
Yes. Oh, Jesus. Good Lord. God dang.
This is horrible. Oh, this game can't end fast enough. Just leaving guys wide open.
It's look. I mean, Ekblad lost his man. All right, if he's going to play like that, he shouldn't have just stayed suspended.
Hey, Cuban, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, Cuban. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you for the
Thank you, Cuban.
Says shave that body, Jaws. Yes, this is the last game of the regular season. Thank God I can't take any more of this. Daniel the Beach Bum, thank you for the 2.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you. He says,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, Martians!
All right, we got a goal.
We have a Martians goal.
I can put the damn weights down. Good. You didn't get a cheap shutout on us. Good.
Yay. We are no longer being shut out.
That's all I wanted out of tonight. Just don't get shut out.
That just went right past Vazzy.
Brad Marchand was dinged when he first arrived, obviously, with the Panthers, and had to sit for a while. And then jumped into the lineup with these back-to-back games at times.
Oh, yeah, this is apparently Marchand's 1100th NHL game.
Oh, wow.
Should start for him heading towards the postseason. That looked like Brad Marchand. Vintage.
He does. He's also said he's progressively getting better his conditioning. He thought when he first jumped in the lineup, his conditioning wasn't where it needed to be, obviously coming off an injury. But he continues to get better. And
Oh,
Good
jeez.
Lord, that
That was
is
Kierstead getting walked.
Kierstead?
Yeah, we played 7D tonight, remember?
And apparently we are going on the penalty kill.
Hey, all right. Well, you can't let Vanacek's save percentage get too high.
Yeah,
Murray's just like, come on, bro.
Arsenite says this is Flying Fluffy's 200th light stream.
Is that right? No, it's got to be more than that. It's got to be way more than that. Yeah. This is our third season. 82 games a year. We might miss 5 a year at the most.
Arsenite says,
Plus-
I'm just kidding.
Oh no, but I'm and I don't pay attention to that, so I'm just thinking about it.
I thought you said you were on
75 times 3, 2.25 plus the playoffs. Another. We're probably under 400 for games. Probably under 400. Somewhere between 350 and 400 game streams.
You need a doctor. Good thing you can chat with an Amazon One medical provider from
That's a lot.
that way Ben's will be at your hotel.
David says maybe Vanacek has an incentive in his contract they're trying to keep him from getting.
Yeah.
Brace your urethra for turbulence.
I can't wait for my parents to meet me tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Oh, by the way, my dad is at thermodynamics at NASA. Bye.
Hey, Matt, what the heck is
Tombstone says so we only started streaming Panthers there. No, you're confused, Tombstone Gamer. We started streaming the season after the President's Trophy.
Yeah.
And that was not.
Well, I was doing pregame streams that year.
You were.
Yeah. I was doing pregame streams that year.
Regular season's an 82-game dress rehearsal for the playoffs, and you don't kind of look away at the wins and losses. You want to see how you're playing, your effort level, are they doing the right things,
And then we started doing the game streams
It can be tough games to play when you're not really, you don't know
the
where
year
you're
after.
in the standings, but as you can see, two pretty proud teams are both giving it an effort.
Thank you, John.
And John Cooper's team back on the power play.
John Cooper trying to sell that we're giving it an effort tonight. Come on, bro. You played all your starters while we've got 11-7. But that's cool. You guys want to win the division? You're more than welcome to take Ottawa.
No power play goals. Really impressive.
That was an eyebrow-raising statistic for you about his season.
It really is.
Bettman frantically telling the Leafs, don't blow it. We need the ratings from Battle of Florida and Battle of Ontario in the first round.
Just having a tremendous year here for Tampa.
Gensel pitches it behind the net. Kulikov taps it to the corner, allowing Marchand.
Let's sign Alex Lyon.
Down the goal line, gets a return. A chance for Marchand to clear it. Read the clearing attempt perfectly. Now it's Kucherov.
Dylan says after 4-0, I switched to the Blue Jackets game and Martian scored.
Yeah. Oh.
Kucherov trying to sweep it into the slot. Did not
Yay, we get a clear.
this time. Marchand makes sure.
Yeah, Kucherov hit Gensel open, just fanned on the pass, trying to get it off quickly as that puck went to go spinning on him.
Owl says Battle of Florida's old news at this point. We are now bullies of the Leafs and Bruins. Yeah, Leafs only using former Panthers tonight to seal the win so far. Lorenz scored for them.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we actually killed a penalty. We've killed 12 straight penalties versus Tampa. I hope that streak continues during the playoffs. Please.
Oh,
Jones. Monkey says, I pray we don't see Vanacek for a single second in the playoffs, even if we are down by 6.
oh, jeez.
The Marlins are only down 10-3 at the moment.
All right.
Holy shit, the Marlins are scoring. Yeah, at least it's not a shutout.
Yeah.
Marchand's got another goal.
We need to get Boquist the goal.
No, we need to get Sturm a goal.
I think it's more important to get Boquist the goal. He's supposed to score.
Apparently that's Kierstedt's first point of the year.
Well, he hasn't been in the NHL.
Yeah.
He's been doing good in the AHL points wise.
Said before the game, the happiest human being in the world might be Zemgus Girgensons, right? Spent 10 years in Buffalo, never making it to the postseason, and he ends up not only living in Tampa with palm trees swaying outside the window, but now he's on a team that's absolutely headed to the playoffs for the first time in his career.
Yeah, John Cooper had so many.
The Blues are now winning 4-0.
Yeah.
I don't think Utah's even trying to play spoiler. Patelron asks, any idea who may get dropped from the playoff roster?
We don't have to drop anybody because there's no cap and the roster expands for the playoffs, so we don't have to drop anybody.
Good bet.
The year that Kucherov has had 435 goal scorers on this team. Yeah, there is balance, certainly with all those big weapons up front. Maybe the best offensive team in the league.
What do we think the fourth line will be when Tkachuk gets back?
Sturm, Rodriguez, and Greer. That would be my first guess.
No sick.
I mean, you can only put one of them out there unless you're going to put them out there together and leave Rodriguez out. And you're going to go Sturm, Nosek, Rodriguez.
Wow, that somehow was not goal number 5.
But I think I'd rather see Greer on the ice. Oh, here's your Sturm goal, Kyle.
Go. Oh, damn it.
Oh, man. He had to make a good save, though.
Patelron asks, have we seen videos of Tkachuk skating? He has
not like hard skating in practice. Basically, all we've heard or seen is Maurice telling us that if he's not ready for game 1, he's within days of that anyway.
Vazzy makes the save against Samo. This is more efforts than we've shown this entire game.
Pretty much.
This shift. Do we think we'll see the rat line, or will Marchand stay with Lundell and Luosterainen?
I would assume he'll stay with Lundell and Luosterainen if Chucky's back. If Chucky's not ready game 1, I think you'll see Marchand with Bennett and then Rodriguez with Lundell and Luosterainen.
Hello, Dana.
Hey, Dana.
Also, I've seen Donna a couple times.
Oh, yeah, I think she was about ready to fall asleep, but
Are the Blue Jackets in the playoffs? Not yet. Imagine if this game was announced by Sean McDonough. Ugh. McDonough is that guy from the finals broadcast.
Center circle area pass, and Jurgensen skated right past it. Good breakout play there for Perfect. Seeing Gore in the middle of the ice.
No, the Red Wings and Flyers are not in the playoffs.
All the way back for the retrieval by Schmidt. Under 6 minutes to go in the second. Marchand. In stride across the line, putting on the brakes, high slot finish. Back to Marchand.
oh,
Man, Marchand couldn't.
oh, there we go. Here comes number 5.
No,
No,
Vanacek with a
Vanacek
great
with the
save.
save.
Spare Vanacek a little bit of dignity, please.
Right? It was Marchand again. Oh,
Shot blocked to the corner.
yeah.
How many weeks until the playoffs start? The playoffs start on Saturday, Duckling. I know it is going to feel like weeks.
Yeah.
Hello, Austin.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah, now Vanacek is making good saves.
Oh, here we go.
Save by
another save
Vanny.
by Vanacek.
Is there normally more of a break before the playoffs?
No. We actually are getting the good end of the deal. We're going to have 5 days off at least.
Buffalo hit the post with 16 and a half to go in the game. Because I think the Leafs are still winning 1-0.
They can't be that far ahead of us. Must be in the period, maybe. They can't be towards the end of the game already, are they?
4 minutes left in the second. Game 1 of our ESPN.
Well, it wouldn't make any sense that they're that far behind us.
They probably started at 7.
Left in the third.
Oh. Okay. I guess if it was a 1-0 game, it went quick.
The game started at 7. We started at 7:30.
Right.
Continue to lead the Sabres. It looks like Cali 1-0. 1-0. Third period of play. Gonzalez a reach. To the corner to Jurgensen. Taken away by Marchand. He'll skate it free. Through center Bennett. Right back to Marchand.
Marchand, there was some great puck movements there.
Yeah.
And Marchand's been noticeable tonight. Definitely looks like he's settling in here in Florida.
3 minutes to go in the second.
All right. Another save.
Another save by Vanny.
Vanilevsky.
I'm pretty sure the Lightning fans will execute you if you say that again. Buffalo is on the power play. Fell reply if if things go south for Bob in the playoffs, they'll probably have Bob Hansen.
Yeah, Bob Hansen. Yeah.
Trying to resurrect his career again with the Florida Panthers. Yeah, another good pickup there with Florida's depth pieces. You know, in the playoffs with injuries.
Buffalo is on the power play, so do it, Sabres. Make the Leafs fans sweat a little. Don't just let them win 1-0. That's a boring game.
Rodriguez?
Samoskevich had the nice look, but
oof.
Eisenite says Stolars is a wall. Leafs winning the cup. One minute to go in the second.
I wonder if that's ever happened before.
What?
If a guy won the cup with the team as the backup goalie and then left, became the starter for another team and won the cup.
All right. Could we get the clear, please?
Oh.
Lilleberg destroyed Gadjo.
Borderline interference.
Vanacek with another nice save. It's like, I want my save percentage to go up.
Yeah,
God
right?
damn it. It's now closer to the 750 range.
All right. Well, at least we made it a little bit competitive there in the second half of that period.
There were no stoppages in the last 9:38 of that period. Even the refs want this regular season to be. Okay, don't forget to switch me over to.
You want to switch over? Okay.
Yeah, because it's going to be late in the third in that. Okay.
Did you just say haggle?
I'm pretty sure.
He just called haggle Hagel. Or Hagel. Now he's got me saying it wrong.
You might want to refresh the page.
No, live. I just got to go live. I'll just refresh. Yeah. What the hell?
Leafs killed.
Okay.
So with 15-18 to go in the thirds, the Blue Jackets still have a 2-0 lead. Blue Jackets still have a 2-0 lead against the Flyers. Where the Tampa Bay Rays playing their games this year? Steinbrenner Stadium. That is the minor league stadium in Tampa for the Yankees. The Rays literally had to take down as many Yankees logos as they could and put up Rays stuff. And supposedly they're trying to get the Trop fixed back up in time for next year, but the Rays stadium situation is just horrendous because the team took every opportunity it could to botch the relationship with both St. Petersburg and Tampa. The Tampa Bay Rays literally have to rent that minor league stadium from the Yankees of all teams. So Chicago and Ottawa are tied at 3. New Jersey has a 4-3 lead against Boston. The Leafs still holding on to the 1-0 leads against the Sabres. and the Capitals 2-0 over Islanders. The Blues beating Utah 4-0 at the end of the first. And the Wild and Ducks are both tied at 1 early in the second.
Shoots it in. He's lined up by Delorier.
Am I worried about this team? No, I can't say I am.
Big Sealer spins away from Provorov. Solid shift here for the Flyers. Delorier shooting. That'll go wide. Voronkov getting there and he backhands it out of the zone.
Cade says, honestly, I feel really bad for the Rays fans. They don't deserve that crap. No, yeah, they do not deserve that. How is it go? It's the top of the ninth, and yeah, the Diamondbacks still have a 10-3 lead over the Marlins.
A couple times, keeps it simple. He's physical out there. It takes a few games. How many times have we said that this year? Coming back from injury, especially long term. Stick work by Jenner, joined by Monahan. Jenner shrugs off the hit. Looks, he's got possession. The captain.
See.
Lays, chip it in. Broken up by Drysdale. Away from Monahan. Monahan sits out somehow. Monahan with a point of Fabro.
Vinny says, I live near Tampa. We want the current Rays owner gone yesterday. Monkey says, I feel like this is the best season I've seen Forsling have. Did you have to prop that door back closed?
I just closed it, yes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh.
These people of privilege, hoarding the financial advantages for unaware that Robin Hood Gold members now enjoy the VIP treatment. The figures can match on retirement contributions. Once they discover their privileges are no longer exclusive, their fragile reality will plunge into disarray.
Thanks so much for hosting, sweetie. I hear you found someone special. Yeah, he's a keeper. Is that dog food in the fridge? It's not dog food. It's fresh cut. Real meat, real veggies for Peter. That's Peter. Shut it down.
You do make a pretty cute couple.
Blue Jackets goaltender, 24-year-old Jack Greaves. Boy, he's locked it down here for the Blue Jackets this week, hasn't he? First star of the week in the National Hockey League for good reason. He's won his previous 3. He's allowed 1 against the Washington Capitals on a back-to-back sequence. 2 games in 2 nights. And now tonight he's picked up right where he's left off. Sharp, quick in the net, focused. He's given the Blue Jackets.
Who plays who concerning Vegas, Winnipeg, Minnesota, St. Louis, or Calgary? Well, Winnipeg has the President's Trophy, so they are guaranteed to play the second the second wild card. And it's most likely, and also the Golden Knights would be playing the first wild card. I think it's still up in the air. Henderson says, "Gotta dip out. Have a good night, everyone. See you for game 1." Okay, see you then, Henderson.
Monahan's done a really good job of the face-off. Couturier, though, he's a battler. He's a competitor right there, though. Clean win. Nice job by the Blue Jackets to get that face-off. But off by Konechny. Couturier looking to go weak side, and 4 Jackets are right there. Those passes have not been available for the Flyers down in that D zone here, in that second and third period especially. This is Konechny, spins one over to Michkov. Gets it in front, off a skate wide of the far post. Set up for Konechny now, he fires, that's stopped by Greaves. On the rebound, Nick Seeler. Flyers surging, they try a high tip, that doesn't go. Greaves has that one. And Marchenko feathers it forward, and flying after the loose puck is Aston Reese. For Corrali, and now
wow,
by Erson.
What a stop by Erson. How are the Blue Jackets doing? They are up 2-0 right now against the Flyers. A reminder that the Blue Jackets must win in regulation or their season is over.
Giving his team a chance. Goaltending has been a major issue for the Flyers this year. They're last in the league in save percentage. Looking for a second consecutive year. A lot of talk that they need a veteran goaltender here. This is going to be an icing call against the Blue Jackets.
The Leafs are 21-4-4 in 1-goal games with under 10 to go in the game. So yeah, the Blues with a 4-0 lead over Utah. It's looking very likely that the Blues are going to make the playoffs. We are halfway through the third of the Blue Jackets and Flyers game. Sabres just empty the net for the rest of the way.
7 o'clock. Jackets are going to care a lot about the outcome of that game. Game number 82 for the Habs. It's been good that they alternated on days, too. Yeah, that's wonderful, yes. Because otherwise you don't have any weird situation where you're scoreboard watching while your team is playing. Abba lets it go. That was deflected, and Erson saw that somehow. Sets up for a good week. Is that what you were saying? Yeah, a good week watching where the Blue Jackets are at when they're playing, and of course watching.
So yeah, Marchand scored for the Panthers to make it so that Vazzy does not get the shutout against us tonight.
These people of privilege hoarding the financial advantages for far too long. Look at them, unaware that Robin Hood Gold members now enjoy the VIP treatment. The 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. Once they discover their privileges are no longer exclusive, their fragile reality will plunge into disarray.
To me, loan service is a scam. No loan service. Unfortunately, I don't trust them very much because I don't know what they're putting down.
Nobody's going to pay attention to your online account.
It's
the whole point of owning a home is that you maintain your own lawn.
We're taking care of this lawn from day one.
I take pride in it, and when people tell me it looks good, it makes me feel even better. Do you use
I'm still willing to give Seth Jones the benefit of the doubt. The defense was given a sledgehammer just after he joined us.
That'll be his first foray into the postseason in his NHL career. A couple there on the Minnesota side, among other key players who are either resting or gearing up for.
Why is VTech in net for this game? Because this game does not matter in the slightest to the Panthers. We are already locked into the third seed.
So third power play opportunity for the Flyers. 5 forwards out there. They're 0 for 2, 3 shots on goal. Bobby Brink, stick handles, and will pass to Konechny. Loading up, shooting. Blocked by Provorov. Jackets couldn't get possession. Brink, long toss, and that squeezed coolly by Jet Greaves.
Yeah, just watching Couturier. He's trying to work the front of the net. But in this case, that long shot, there's no chance you're going to put that past Jet Greaves without somebody in front. See, Couturier thought about going to the net, but as he was looking for the puck to be released around the board so he could change his sides, but there that shot comes in, and now it's a face-off. Good job on that by Sean Monahan.
Dennis says, will I be comfortable with Seth Jones on the first pair next year? Because that's likely the outcome. Well, next year, we'll talk about that when next year is here. Because at the moment, the Panthers moves were made to essentially go get another cup, and we needed to replace Brandon Montour, and I think Brad Marchand might be the key to help the offense get an extra boost, especially having Marchand and Tkachuk out playing for us. Vegas already beating Calgary 1-0. Flames, remember, the Flames cannot lose to the Golden Knights, especially in regulation. Can we trade Seth for Monty?
In full flight, it's Ryan Poehling. There's a right to Werenski. He'll clear. There's the Bluebirds near Philadelphia. Flashbacks? No. Expect nothing less. It was much louder when I was playing. Poehling runs out of room. Hayes can't find it. Monahan does.
Okay. The Leafs still have a 1-0 lead over the Sabres with 6:11 to go in the third. And the Blue Jackets just killed the penalty against the Flyers. David Lee says at this rate, Thursday's game won't mean anything. I know, right? Well, the Blue Jackets just made it 3-0. Adam Fantilli just got his 30th goal of the year. Yeah, go Jackets.
That's his 30th of the season. And the Blue
So that's a great goal for the Blue Jackets. It puts them up 3-0 with 6:34. Yeah, Calgary's already down 1-0. Fantilli joins Marchenko as two players on the Blue Jackets with 30 goals each. It's only the second time they've had that in Blue Jackets history. Third period just started. Go ahead and switch that. The Blue Jackets just made it 3-0.
Okay.
So. The Flames are already losing 1-0 to the Golden Knights.
I see.
Yeah, it's possibly. All right, so the third period just started in Panthers Lightning.
Okay.
Jake says they just did a highlight of Vanacek's saves in this game, and they were actually good saves.
Yeah, he's made some good saves.
Still, though, about 8 minutes to go for Toronto against Buffalo. So the Leafs have to take care of business and at least get 1 point to lock those two series up. And it looks like Toronto is going to win an elusive Atlantic Division title.
It's for Hagee. He moves in and it goes wide because, of course, it does. Vitalik says, Jaws, what is your biggest concern heading into the playoffs aside from health?
Aside from what?
Aside from health.
Oh, health. Goal scoring. Goal scoring.
Goal scoring.
Yeah, I'm not all that concerned about the defense. But, you know, can we get that depth scoring? You know, we're going to need Rodriguez. We're going to need Boquist. Boquist can't. It's a joke that he hasn't scored since January 25th, but he's not going to be on the ice if Chucky's in. But you know, can Sturm or Nosek duplicate what Stenlund did? Who's going to play the Lorentz role? We're going to need that depth scoring. If we're going to win games 2-1, 3-2, it's not all going to be able to be Barkov and Reinhart. I'm interested to see the difference that Marchand brings versus what Tarasenko did.
Magna with the puck. Gadjo shot wide, and Magna wasn't fast enough to get that rebound. Marner just scored to put the Leafs up 2-0.
Okay, that's that.
It should be, unless the Leafs want to be one. The Sabres have the chance to do the funniest thing.
I don't think it's going to happen.
The Sabres are probably wanting to salvage their draft lottery spot.
Yeah.
They chose to go like 8-2 at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
NHL regular season ends Thursday night. We have an ESPN Hockey Night doubleheader for you. We'll begin it with Caps.
So,
We hope to see some Sidney
So-
Crosby, Alex Ovechkin,
with the results of tonight's games, some of these games won't have that much meaning now.
Thursday night on ESPN.
Well, yeah.
Well, if Columbus is winning, though, the Montreal game does have meaning.
Yes.
So we're going to cover that game.
You want to cover the Canadiens Hurricanes game?
Uh-huh. I want to see your face when Montreal clinches.
I'd love to see your face when the Hurricanes smoke the Canadiens.
No. If I have to rewrite, I'm writing you out of the script. I don't want to have to rewrite. It's a good script. Oh, jeez. There you go, Manny.
Vanacek makes the save.
Bob, thank you very much. Leafs get a point and they clinch the Atlantic up 1-0 deep into the third period, and they add insurance. Austin Matthews to Mitch Marner.
Damn, they just left Marner wide open.
Yeah.
So it looks like that message might be delivered. Down to that.
Will we know our opponent after tonight's game? If the Leafs win or even get 8 points,
Yeah, then we know it's guaranteed Tampa.
wow, I'm shocked the Lightning didn't just score there. Canadians only have one more game tomorrow night against the Canes.
Yep.
Then they only need 1 point at any points to clinch.
Given away to Bennett. And the Panthers scoop 3-on-3 through center. Headed across the line, drops to Verhaeghe.
Yeah, Jameson heard the stat today. This is the first time in history that all 4 of the American original 6 teams have missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Sabres hit the post again. Yeah, so that means Bruins, Rangers, Red Wings, and Blackhawks. They all missed the playoffs for the first time.
Sorelli on his left, with speed across the line. Drive to the return. Chopping at the pocket, chopping at the stick was Marchand and took it away from Edmonton. And now that people head off for a change.
Sure.
Sets up Moser. Brady Point. Trying to skate Kucherov through. Schmidt shut the door. Cranked around by Balinska.
Buffalo emptied Finette with just under 3 minutes to go.
Forward by Yanni Gourde. Kucherov, break wide Point. Works his way around center, Skevich. Point. Circles the net. Point doing a lap in the offensive zone. Winds it deep. Kucherov skates on to it. Protects the bottom of the corner.
Less than 15 minutes to go until the regular season is over.
Unless we tie it and go to overtime. That was sarcasm.
Since the league expanded from the original 6, it would only be their third division title. Yeah, it has growth in regular seasons as well. It just shows you how good that division is, how much talent there is in that division.
Oh, jeez. Hey, they're just going to run into Vanny now?
Chris says, Jaws, how are you feeling?
All right.
Thus, Utah finally scored, and it's just 4-1 for the Blues now. You were saying?
No, I say. Yeah, I was going to say, they just ran right into Vanacek.
Calgary just tied it against Vegas, and
right.
Austin Matthews just made it 3-0 for the Leafs. I presume scoring an empty net goal. It's Austin Matthews' 400th goal.
Wow.
At least 30 wins. 7 of the last 8 years for Vasilevsky with at least 52 starts. Boy, does he like that workload.
So we are on the power play again. You would never know it.
Vasilevsky this year, this is his 63rd start.
Or you got to Vanacek,
Manny.
yay! You didn't give up another shorthanded. Yeah, now the Wild are under the pressure.
Should either of those two get some selfie consideration? Sorelli definitely should, and Handel's right there as well. I know he's a winger, and wingers usually don't get much love in that selfie voting, but both of them so good defensively, good on the penalty kill.
So we have had one shot on our own power play through 3 power plays, and the Lightning have had 4 shots while short-handed, and one of them was the goal. I'm sure this is in no way indicative of what our power play or special teams will be like in the. Vazzy makes the save against Belinskis.
I mean, we've got Belinskis, Schmidt, Pugliari, Asplund. Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Gadjevich is out there on this one with Verhage. Reese is he's on crack tonight.
So yeah, Blue Jackets win, and the Leafs are winning 4-0. So yeah, the Leafs win just their 3rd division title since the NHL expanded from the original 6. And yeah, Calgary has tied Vegas at 1. Okay, so for these late games, Blues beating Utah 4-1 right now. Wild and Ducks are tied at 1. And Flames Golden Knights is tied at 1. And that started at 9. Fight. Jameson says, "Oh, that was dirty, Jesse."
What did he do? I didn't see it. I'm not disagreeing, but I got to see it.
Oh boy, way to piss off the Lightning before the playoffs. And Sturm and Gergensen are choosing to fight if they would ever let go of each other.
Well, you got to be careful if you're going to let go.
Sturm.
Oh,
damn.
Shit. That's why he didn't want to let go.
The Leafs have never won a Stanley Cup when they won their division. Stolar shuts out the Sabres for the 3rd straight time.
Yeah. So show the hit.
Well, they showed the tail end.
They showed the end or they showed a hit. Come on, ESPN. Sturm got his shot in and then got shot.
All right, I'm going to use the restroom.
What? You're leaving now? It just got good. Where the hell are you going?
I got the key.
Now you just got to let me know this stuff so I can get the chat up. I can't see it without. Let's see. What do you people got to say?
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Oh, he's moving.
Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes give you
Yeah, you're right, Eric. You said there'd be a fight. I didn't see it being started by Pulviarvi, that's for sure. It like went from nothing to just that.
Hey, Meta, what the heck is a thermodynamicist?
A thermodynamicist studies energy and heat transfer.
Hey, Meta, explain thermal balance.
It manages heat generation.
So it optimizes fuel efficiency.
Exactly.
Nice to meet you, sir. Can't wait to.
I gotta see what the
Still insurance.
what the hit was.
I'm kidding. I'll tell you all about it.
Nothing scary about Number one is wrapping.
Okay.
Well, hot dog, we'll see where we're at when the game is over. Saying Senators, or you Senators and the Sen. What do the Sens have to do with us?
Yeah, hot dog is confused. The Sens were never catching us, and also it was all whether the Leafs would win the division or not.
Yeah, the Sens can't catch us. All right, here.
So right there.
Oh.
The review is in to see if they are going to stay with that call. That was a bluff. They might be headed back to the scorer's table now.
Yeah, it looked like that hit took Puljujarvi staring at him as he's about to hit him, and it's definitely a blindside coming from his Chafee's left.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are locked for the Atlantic.
After video review, Florida number 20 has been assessed a 5-minute match penalty for illegal check to the head. Tampa number 14 has a minor penalty, 2 minutes for roughing. And then Florida number 8 and Tampa number 28 each have 5 minutes for fighting.
So Puljujarvi gets called for the 5 minutes.
Right, but he's out.
Let's see.
I want to hear this.
I absolutely agree with this, Bob. They go to review just to make sure what they saw in real time. The Giants would what the review of video shows. But this is not a clean, legal body check. He didn't make any contact through the center of the body. He simply picked the head. You can't pick the head. That's a textbook 5-minute match penalty. Blindside, that wording doesn't really exist in the rule book. You can hit a guy from the blind side, but you can't pick his head. So They took that wording out of the rule book, but they still left it in there. You cannot pick a player's head. That's exactly
Okay, so we're just on the penalty kill.
5-minute match penalty, great call.
Well, that was an interesting choice.
Wait, it's 4-on-4 to start, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot dog seems to not know how the playoff seeding works. He's all sorts of confused. We're playing against the Lightning.
Yeah.
We're playing against the Lightning. The team that wins the conference, they play against wild card 2.
The team that wins the division.
The best division winner plays against the second wild card. The other division winner plays against the first wild card, and the second and third place teams in each division play each other.
Oh. There we go.
Hot dog
2-on-1 with Jones.
Jones actually made a decent play, and Vanacek made the save.
What? Another penalty.
Florida, minor penalty, 77, holding the stick.
They called Mikkola for holding the stick.
So this turns situation even worse for the Panthers because this will be an extended two-man advantage.
Good Lord.
Once the 32 seconds for Geeky comes off the clock, it'll be 4-on-3 for 32 seconds and then 5-on-3.
Yeah.
Easy call.
So now it's going to be 4-on-3 and then 5-on-3. And the penalty box is getting pretty crowded for the Panthers.
We just need to end this game and go out of here, guys.
Cruise controls this. Panthers who don't care who they play.
Well, they just said it's official anyway. We're playing Tampa, so
Yeah. Toronto won. They only needed...
don't go blocking shots. Just let them get the goal. Seriously, Luosterainen. Of all the dudes, don't go blocking shots. That's all we need is somebody getting hurt with a blocked shot in this garbage game.
Kulikov able to get the clear. Yeah, the Jackets could get in. All the Jackets have to do is...
Montreal's going to win. Just let it go. Huh?
The Canadiens would have to lose in regulation to the Hurricanes.
Oh!
Point with the hitting the post.
There they go.
Radish scores.
Jeez.
Yeah, this game can't end soon enough.
No, it cannot end soon enough.
So,
yeah. Oh, Kyle.
What?
Oh,
Vegas has made it 2-1 against Calgary. You were saying?
I don't even know what I was saying. I've been lifting all night for 2 nights in a row now. I'm sore.
Nick Stein says, hopefully this win makes the Tampa overconfident and we smoke them early in the playoffs with our full roster. Brent Jones says, what's up, boys?
You know, the fact that he played Sturm tonight and not Nosek, I wonder if he's going to start Nosek in the playoffs.
Well, the Sturm hasn't really done anything to justify staying on the ice. Florida Man says, I'm glad I couldn't go to the game tonight.
Right.
Chris says, Jaws, do you feel physically stronger after these last 2 seasons?
Oh, yeah, certainly.
They're still setting Kucherov point over the board, so it is a power play. And the rest of them out. Kucherov to Edmonton. Shoots blocker save made by Vanacek. Gadjevich clears. And Samuskevich taking off on the opposite side. Couldn't get up the puck.
Okay. Jeez, don't get another one, please. Not enough. It's 5 last night, 5 tonight.
almost took it away. That shot on net, courtesy of Pekala. Swept by Gatovich. A little shove.
Fight.
Okay.
Another gathering.
Next.
Bennett just shoves Kucherov.
Darren Radich.
Michael Barnard says, how do you guys really feel about round one?
You answer that. I gotta breathe.
You've always been ahead of the game. Excellent.
I feel fine about it. We'll be getting our guys back.
Standard isn't for the average. It's for those who set the bar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at tonight as anything other than
What's possible. Lexus refines what you
we had to play the game
Because a car that doesn't make
by
you
law.
feel something is a car that stops shit.
It's probably going to go 7 games. I would be shocked if it doesn't go 7 games.
Instead of every run. You gave me room for my toes so I can keep going.
I'm sure there'll be one game that gets away from us.
Stay out there with Ultra.
Mopping is hard work, but I thought it was the only way I could get my floors truly clean. And then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop and realized I can get cleaner floors without the extra work. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact, and it adds hundreds of strips.
Colin says, at least no one got hurt tonight for the Panthers. Don't jinx it.
Things up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. So hit the bucket and all the hard work that comes along with it with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Thirsty?
This is the first battle of Florida where Tampa has home ice.
Yeah.
Water into extraordinary hydration.
Yeah.
Get more out of your water. Tear, pour, live more. Liquid IV.
Some featured upcoming games on the NHL schedule as we wrap the regular season. The Kings and Kraken on the second half of our ESPN Hockey Night doubleheader. That is next. Red Wings-
Florida man says we'll be close to 100%. I feel good, but I understand how good Tampa can play.
Yep.
Thursday at 7 Eastern, another doubleheader here on ESPN. And the Eastern Conference playoff picture nearly set. You still have some anxious moments for Montreal as right now the Blue Jackets looks like they are done with the Flyers, right, Kelly? They have got to win against Philadelphia.
Montreal's got to pull it off tomorrow.
Montreal needs to get humiliated tomorrow.
You are adopted.
Last night against Chicago, so that's going to come down to the last game to see who gets that last playoff spot in the East. The Stanley Cup playoffs bracket challenges back, face off against family and
The Knights have made it 3-1.
NHL event mid-season. Sign up now at
Well.
NHL.com/bracket. You pick the bracket challenge right, you deserve to win something.
So it's sounding like the most competitive game is Wild Ducks. Is that
Right.
game still tied at
Yeah,
1?
but if the Flames are losing, they're going to sort it out tonight. I thought the Flames were going to win that game. Why would – I mean, Vegas doesn't have anything to play for.
Happen in the playoffs, believe me. The credibility goes down after those brackets come out. We're as shocked as any of the fans out there. That's what some of the results we see. Hockey, no question, right? Is you just don't know. Anything could happen.
Your local Panthers fan says, please, no Montreal.
They make the playoffs on the last night of the regular season.
Then go Hurricanes tomorrow against Montreal. And then if the Habs lose in regulation to Hurricanes, then all Blue Jackets have to do is win in regulation against the Islanders. Lil J says, who remembers when we would do this to Tampa and then lose to
Yep.
them in 6 or get swept anyways?
Yep.
Rodriguez still can't score.
Oh, damn it.
Moser cross to Chernak. 4.5 minutes to go. Turned back by Nate Schmidt. And settled down by Chernak. Of course, for the defending champions, tonight ends their regular season And then it will be about Paul Maurice getting his team healthy, getting his team rested, and getting set for game one against these Tampa Bay Lightning. Here in Tampa,
Florida versus Tampa Bay playoff series, 1994 to 2020, none. 2021 to 2025, 4.
Yep.
Obviously, he's healthy but suspended. He's going to miss the first 2 games. Matthew Tkachuk, they're not sure yet when he'll be back, if it's going to be game 1 or later. If you miss both those guys for any, not at least for 2, but Tkachuk's like the heartbeat of his team. He's tied with Barkov for the most points last year in the playoffs with 22. And that hit a huge hole to not start the playoffs with.
Yeah, I believe the Maple Leafs won.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, Toronto beats the Sabres 4-0. And the Blue Jackets beat the Flyers 3-0.
And oh, by the way, we will see a Bobrovsky-Vasilevsky duel at each end as well. How many different storylines? That little Alligator Alley rivalry between these two teams.
All right. Well, hopefully no more stoppages to play. We can go home.
Yeah.
That's not even mentioning what's going on out west. Yeah, I think Dallas, Colorado also might draw an eyeball or two. Exactly. 2.5 minutes to go. On the back pedal of Schmidt. And guided in by Nathan. Big question is, as the LA Kings, can they finally slay the Dragon and the Edmonton Oilers?
Yeah, Columbus is one more game and Montreal is one more game. If Montreal loses with no points and if Columbus wins in regulation, yeah.
That the Kings finally have, I guess, that special sauce necessary to beat the McDavid Draisaitl combo. I think they've had a tremendous year. Over the past 3 seasons they've played them, I think this is the best team that they've had. Cole being out, I think, is huge. Also, their dominance on home ice, LA. They have home ice advantage, so. It'll be a great series.
Yeah, so we'll end the year with 98 points.
98 points.
47, 31, and 4.
Ain't that something? Bugner's first year, he finished with 96 points and didn't get in the playoffs.
Ton says, hi fam, late to the party.
Hey, bud. Jeez, Esplin almost put it in his own net. All right, so we got 1:06. Good, they're just going to do one of these little tiny commercials.
Because you were busy, no.
Even the TV guys are ready for this game to be over.
And post-game recaps, only with the NHL app.
And coming up next, we've got the Kings in Seattle to take on the Kraken the second half of our ESPN Hockey Night doubleheader. The LA Kings and the Seattle Kraken. On the call, Mike Monaco and Cassie Campbell, Pascal standing by.
Austin says, are you nervous about Tampa in the playoffs?
I mean, no more than any other series. I would have preferred to not get Tampa, but it is what it is. Last year, I didn't want Tampa either in the first round. We'll see how that worked out. So we'll see the difference between these two teams from last year.
7-1-3 in their last 11 games. See if they can add to that against the Rangers.
Yeah, we will stream Tampa Bay versus Florida and Toronto versus Ottawa.
Yeah. Now there's going to be a scrum in the corner after the whistle, right? Don't anybody do anything stupid now. Don't get suspended. Tamaskevich is in there. Rodriguez.
This is what's happening at the end of the game that doesn't impact the standings. Imagine what it's going to feel like in this building for game one. When these two
All right, so we get Battle of Florida and Battle of Ontario.
So again, locked in, Lightning Panthers and Maple Leaf Senators, two regional rivalries out of the Atlantic in round number one. Canes and the Devils.
Finally, the regular season is over. Easy Memory
Yes.
says, Jaws, I came home happy. My shirt's landed. I'm a Bolts fan, but my friend is a diehard Gatto. So if you all knock us out, I'll be sporting Gatto gear. Cheers, boys. Many
Appreciate
thanks.
All right, let me go yell at the camera.
So, which game did you want to switch to?
What's left?
Okay, so we have Blues beating Utah 4-1 at the end of the second.
That's kind of useless.
We have Golden Knights beating Flames 3-1 at the end of the first. Switch the Ducks and Wild. That's the third period has started and they are still tied at 1.
All right, that seems reasonable. That's the only game that's close.
Yeah.
And then if
Wild.
Calgary mounts a comeback,
Mhm.
then we'll see what goes on there. But we'll see what happens here because the Wild could still choke it up. But if Calgary loses, it doesn't matter anyway. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Calgary has to lose or win for any of this to matter. All right.
Okay, here we go. The Magic are beating the Hawks 107-87 in the play-in game with less than 5 minutes to go in the fourth.
Knocked out by Gudis in the circle and cleared out to center. Favor to Brody, who fires it back in.
Make that 109-87 for the Magic. Yeah, Calgary has to win in regulation. Good grief. Alex Jones says, laughing my freaking ass off. Wild still tied. Typical. Your wife is a Wild fan.
Gudis holds across to Lacombe. Lacombe with a shot that was deflected wide.
Monkey says, if we beat the Lightning, we are a conference final lock. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, the Magic won the division and are still in the play-in game. Dennis says, go Grizzlies. Yeah, Warriors or Grizzlies? No idea. So I am currently watching the Wild and Ducks game. If Minnesota loses in regulation, Calgary just needs a win. Minnesota has 95, Calgary has 2. Yeah, winning the division used to lock you in as a top 3 seed, apparently, in the NBA. The Heat own the Warriors' first-round pick. He wants the Warriors to miss out in the playoffs. Okay, then go Grizzlies.
Plays it into the Minnesota zone. Now Bogosian controls. While in a slightly different spot, tied as opposed to down 2, but
all right.
You almost got the feel that night that it was, if I'm going down, I'm going down with my best.
So yeah, the Panthers lose 5-1 in a completely meaningless game against the Lightning. Enjoy it now. This is going to be the last night of stress-free hockey.
Able to deflect it in. Gudis circles his net, trying to hold off the check by Eriksson. Spurgeon steps up at center ice. Spurgeon moves in, floats to the corner. Kaprizov battling in the corner. Lacombe.
Yeah, Wild only require 1 point to lock it up. Them doing the tie is funny as heck.
Boldy has it. Kaprizov trying to join the rush. Boldy forced to the outside. Back down the boards for Brodin. Brodin works his way free, trying to cut to the net. Good rolls there for Minnesota. Back to the line, Boldy, a long shot. Save Dostal. Rebound was loose for a moment.
Dostal makes the save with 15:23 to go in the third.
That's kind of been the night for the Wild. The Ducks, they've gotten their puck luck on the Killorn goal.
Yeah, Tampa wants revenge on the Panthers. The NHL fans got their wish they got Battle of Florida and Battle of Ontario in the first round.
He's done a good job tracking the puck here this evening, too. When it's down out in front of him, I mean, he knows exactly where it's at.
Faber cross down to Brodin. And he fires it into the Ducks.
The Devils beats the Bruins 5-4 in overtime in a meaningless game.
Now Zellweger back to pick it up. Out to Trouba. Gaudreau got a stick on it for Minnesota. Able to knock it loose. Johansson controls.
Johansson with the puck.
Back to the line, Brodin.
Brodin.
He gives to Johansson.
Johansson.
For Minnesota. Gaudreau out of the corner. Leaves it for Johansson. He fights by McTavish. Still with the puck because now he's bumped by Zellweger.
Yes, Kachuk will come back. If not for the first game of the playoffs, then certainly the second or third.
Back to Zuccarello. Zuccarello leaves it for Brodin. Out of favor of high. Zuccarello controls. Long shot, tip, save Dostal. Rossi after it on the end wall.
Ovechkin has 896 goals. None tonight, with one more game to score 4 for 900.
Rossi moves in. Forced to the outside by McTavish. Ripped around for Nyquist. Hands it off to Spurgeon. Middleton a shot. Saved Dostal. And he hangs on. Wild starting to crank up the pressure here early in the third.
So the Magic are beating the Hawks 116-89 with only 3:14 to go in the fourth quarter.
With so many options, I play my way. Pricing I say no compromise. Winning big time because it's free to swap prize.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we gained hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Hey, kid. It's pronounced Liberty.
116 Trey. 116.
No, she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's a nephew too.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
She's 2.
Only paid.
Where are we at?
Like 13 minutes to go.
And it's what? What's the score?
It's still tied at 1.
It's still tied at 1. Okay.
But all the Wilds need is the 1 point, I think.
What's the Calgary score? Because if Calgary loses, it's over.
3-1 Golden Knights.
Dang it, Calgary.
Kia. Movement
Well,
that
it's
inspires.
Teams traded goals in the first. Nice saucer by Zuccarello leads. Johansson in alone. He scores his 11th. But then kind of a bad bounce here right off of Jake Middleton. Right to Alex Killorn. He chips it by Dustin Gustafson, 1-1 after 1, 1-1 after 2. Good start, though, here in the third. Crowded in the game. Wild can punch one home.
Carlos says Orlando, in my opinion, truly lost. Yeah, they're on their way to victory, but you'd rather face Cleveland over Boston.
Since the end of the first, shots are 17-4 in the Wild's favor. They're doing their best to give this crowd a reason to jump out of their seats.
Tristan says, "Go Blues." Yeah, I think the Blues have this it wrapped up.
But Calgary can still catch Minnesota, but
yeah.
Minnesota has to lose their games, and Calgary, of course, has to come back on Vegas. All right, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get one of those teas so I have the energy to finish this night.
Trey says later, Dorks, you sure you want to drink that now?
Yeah, trust me. I know what I'm doing. I'm not 26. I'm 53. The caffeine don't last that long.
Defended by Brody, plays to the corner. Washy tied up there. Brody trying to get it to the point. True with a shot. Saved by Gustafson.
Gustafson with a huge save.
He flashes the right pad.
Yep, I'm 26.
Keeps this game even.
Oh my gosh. Brock Faber shaking his head. That's too close. That's too close for comfort. And how about this? The Ducks win the board battle with Gustafson. Like that, the puck's redirected. Right.
Eric says Panthers are plus 300 odds for Eastern Conference Finals.
Faber gets a stick on it, but Gustafson able to jab it, slow it down.
Zuccarello flips it down into the Duck zone. Moore back to play.
That's cool, Austin.
Gauthier. Out of the cross. Gustafson with a save. Good battle there. Faber has it stripped away by Killorn. Gauthier out to the line from
Ryan Rodriguez thinks if Chucky is 100%, Panthers in 6 over Lightning. If Chucky is less than 100, Lightning in 7.
come up with 4 in the next minute and a half.
This is kind of how the first period went a little bit too, where it was the Wild early, then the Ducks started to have some offensive zone possession time, but this is a better look. Oh yeah, what a redirection there from Washington.
Yeah, it'll be.
The toe of the pad from Gustafson. So we were talking about it the first with Wild.
All right, let's finish this up.
Okay.
Zellweger plays it in behind. McTavish plays catch with Zegras into the slot. To the left. Sent to the corner. Zegras on it for Anaheim. Merrill back to pick it up for
And the
Minnesota.
Ducks have nothing to play for, obviously.
The card hobbyist says if we win game 1 in overtime with a Verhage goal, we sweep.
Oh,
McTavish hits the post.
In behind for Trennion. Trennion for Hartman. He was tied up by McTavish and couldn't get the shot away.
Are we excited for the first round?
I think so. Considering, oh,
Wow.
there it is.
The Ducks just scored.
Wow.
Wow. The Ducks have made it 2-1, and the Wild are now in jeopardy.
But Calgary needs to win, right? They can't
Yeah,
catch them if they lose, right?
Calgary needs to win.
Can Calgary catch them?
Hey, John, thank you for the 5. Thank you, John.
Hey, thank you, John.
He says, are you guys going to have Stamkos and Marchessault sitting on the couch with you during the playoffs? I might as well switch the banner to reflect the current game we are watching.
So the Wild could choke it up. No, the Flames need to win both games. They need to win both games, and right now they're losing. How you dummies? They're gonna ruin it. Yeah, they're losing 3-1. Come on, Calgary.
Magic win 120-95. Now, if I understand correctly, I believe that was the 7th and 8th seed in the Eastern Conference playing. So that means the Hawks will have one more chance to make it in if they beats the winner of the 9th and 10th seed game, which is Bulls Heat. The Heat are the 10th seeds. So in order to make the playoffs, the Heat have to beat the Bulls and then beat the Hawks. And the Magic automatically make it into the playoffs to play the Celtics. Blair says, hey, Kyle and Jaws, good luck.
Hey, buddy.
In the playoffs.
Yep.
Can't believe they clinched the Atlantic Division.
We'll see you in round 2. I'll see you guys round 2. Wouldn't that suck for Calgary if Minnesota lost, but then they lost their game and they couldn't? If we get lucky, the Wild will blow this and Calgary will come back. Wow. Now I know why Donna's addicted to these. I've not had one yet.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah, it is addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stolars is a good goalie.
Yeah, you're welcome. NOEL. Then Lorenz.
Comes up with his 34th save of the night. And it's 2-1 Anaheim.
All right, so we got 10 minutes left here.
Imagine being the Wild right now. Yeah, the Flames are losing, but the Wild are losing to the Ducks.
I know. Vegas got 3 goals in the first period.
Eisenite says, man, I leave for a few minutes and the Ducks score.
Damn it, Calgary. Well, as long as Montreal wins. Or gets a point. I don't care.
Go Canes tomorrow.
The Canes are going to be resting everybody. Why would they care?
Absolutely not. I have you.
Maybe there's a former Blue Jackets player. The Blue Jackets had actually someone had sent a letter to the Blackhawks telling them that the Blue Jackets were supporting the Blackhawks, in that game against the Habs.
Yeah.
Unaware that Robinhood Gold members now enjoy VIP treatment. The 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. Once they discover their privileges are no longer exclusive, their fragile reality will plunge into disarray.
So with 9:22 to go in the third, the Wild are losing 2-1 to the Ducks.
Post here.
Calgary down 3-1 in the second against Vegas. The Flames are eliminated with a loss of any kind. The Wild are in with a point in this game. They can clinch the top wild card spot with a point here tonight.
Let's see.
Kaprizov a shot. clinch a playoff spot with a Calgary loss in that game against Vegas. Erickson battling.
Blair says, Eric, it will be a good series. He thinks Tampa Bay beats Florida in 6.
I mean, it's totally possible. I think Panthers win in 7.
Mentioned earlier that there are 2 teams for one spot in the East. Former Wild head coach Dean Evison of the Blue Jackets won tonight in Philadelphia 3-0. So they're 2 points down with 1 to play. The Canadiens and Blue Jackets each have 1.
All of which are possible, right?
Regulation win in their finale.
When you get to that point, anything can happen. Game 6, Game 7. 2.3 seconds left. Anything can happen.
The face-off battling with Gudis on the end boards. Loose puck controlled by Lacombe. And McTavish comes to center ice.
Now, here's a question.
Yeah.
Since I am colorblind, what in the hell color is that?
What?
That the Ducks have on? Is that
That's
orange?
Orange.
Is it red? What?
It's basically burnt orange.
All right, so it's not my imagination that it's a little interesting.
Well, they had to make it a different shade of orange than the Flyers.
Right. That's fine.
When your whole world revolves around getting to the game, your ride has to be reliable. That means Honda. For SUVs you can count on, see your Greater Twin Cities Honda dealer.
Austin thinks Kings versus Capitals in the Stanley Cup Finals.
I mean, there's a lot of good matchups that could happen.
Wild after the icing tonight had changed. The only man really affected Brock Faber was in 2.5 minutes. He gets to the bench right now. And Merrill back after it. One-touch pass out of the reach of Zuccarello. He's able to gather it in and feed Merrill. Algadro comes through center.
I wonder when we're going to see that Bennett extension happen. I thought they were working on a contract.
And Brodin has it at center across to Spurgeon. Out to Johansson. Johansson across for
Still
Zuccarello.
3-1 Vegas, 13-11 left.
In the second.
Yeah. They got 7:17 left here in the game, unless Minnesota ties it. And that's all they need is a point, right?
Yeah.
Oh. They're not playing like they need a point. They're about to go down 3-1.
They might be scoreboard watching and thinking the Flames aren't coming back from that deficit.
With inside 7 minutes left.
Almost a little friendly fire from Torrance Brodin as the Ducks, they get a good shift going in the offensive zone.
Yeah, he almost put it in.
Out of harm's way, nearly
Look at this.
Colin says the Bennett's puppet wants his own meal deal at Publix with his best friend Marchand. Dennis says, I wouldn't bet against the Kings the way Darcy Kemper is playing right now.
Coming in the wild zone here with just inside 7 minutes left.
Oh, yeah, the arm is improving. So.
Okay, good.
He's always shown a willingness to mix the lines up. He's had good feel over the course of the year for who's going, what combo to find. But 6:45 to go in a win and you're in kind of game. Really trust his gut.
Florida man says, I would die laughing if Marchand gives us a discount just to stick it to Boston.
Right? I mean, considering how that all went down, it'd be kind of shocking if he did, right? But he might decide he likes it so much he wants to stay.
Will have to step in and take this draw. Ducks control.
Block shot lines up along the wall. Nyquist fighting for it there. Now Nyquist scoops it up and races ahead for Minnesota. Hartman back to Nyquist. And he
Nyquist fans on his
Fan
shot
on the
attempt.
shot. 6 1/4 left. 4 minutes till my favorite part of the game.
Brodin circles out for the Wild. Brodin hands it off to Boldy.
So yeah,
Boldy trying to work his way down the slot, and now Terry controls for the Ducks. Spurgeon races back from Minnesota. Wraps it off the boards. Eriksson picks it up there to Kaprizov at center.
now the Wild enter the zone.
Stops along the wall with it.
Florida man says, I despise all Boston teams.
Eriksson deflects it in, but Lacombe is back in good defensive position for the Ducks. Strome flips it in. 5.5 to go as Brodin starts out. Kaprizov turns back against some pressure from Killorn. Gaudreau trying to go back to Kaprizov.
5:15 left.
Yeah, so far it's just a lot of skating. But all of this will be moot if the Flames lose against the Golden Knights.
Right. Yeah, I keep looking. It's still 3-1.
Defended by Gaudreau. Plays it back in. Killorn to the line. Hellison.
Monkey says Stenlund's Nosek or Sturm. Who would you rather have?
Oh, Stenlund. I think we can still win with Nosek and Sturm, but Stenlund was, in my opinion, far superior.
No icing on the play. Rossi picks it off the boards and feeds Zuccarello. He dumps it down into the Duck zone. Kudos to pick it up for Anaheim.
Sturm has been disappointing since he got here.
At the Minnesota line, forced to the outside. He sent it wide. Johansson back to Middleton. Middleton starts out. Rossi
Less than 4 minutes to go in the third between the Wild and Ducks.
He tried to go skate to stick. Just out of his reach. Zegras.
I mean, you'd think Calgary would be scoreboard watching, getting motivated here.
No, they wave off the icing. And Brodin starts it back. Now we get a whistle.
What did they call it icing late like that?
On the part of the linesman, if they had signaled that it was icing coming, and then when the puck was touched, for some reason they didn't go it dead.
Maybe the honest part of the sequence is
Monkey says so far it looks like Marchand will be a better Tarasenko, maybe?
Yes, agree. He fits much better.
The Blues are now winning 5-1 against Utah. So yeah, Blues are making it.
Yeah.
Gloria. But Gloria, that's what they say, right? Time just keeps ticking down in the second period, and Golden Knights are still beating Flames 3-1.
throughout the course of the year, down the goal, kind of like the poem of 2 minutes. Somewhere in that 2 minute region, but maybe goes earlier.
Eriksson able to pull it in at center. Kaprizov back to Eriksson. Works to the outside against Lacombe. Circles the net. Feeds Faber.
The Wild cycling the puck. Oh, that was sent high.
Out toward the line.
Florida man says, I like Tarasenko, but come on.
Yeah, no, Tarasenko wasn't bad, but Marchand is such a better fit.
Yeah, Calgary losing to Vegas, which means the entire West playoff picture might be settled by the end of tonight.
Yep.
Inside
Less than 3 minutes to go. 2:56 precisely in the third between the Wild and Ducks.
So when Verizon announced that everyone gets a free phone on any plan, pain free, count me in.
There's still,
I'll give you a second.
I think there's still 10 minutes left in the second period. Vegas, just about, yeah. Oh. Cold. Oh, come on, Calgary. Either make it 4-1 Vegas and put us out of our misery, or do something.
And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. The Kia X-Line Nightfall Collection.
Kia, movement that inspires.
These people of privilege.
We got outscored 10-4 in our last two games.
Yeah.
Talk about not caring.
Yeah.
The hockey guy is going to have us at 20.
Discover their privileges are no longer exclusive. Their fragile reality will plunge into disarray.
It would be nice for this game to mean a little more. Come on, Calgary, make it interesting.
Yeah.
.256 to go. Ducks got a shot off, and Gustafsson chooses to glove it.
But if Minnesota ties it and they go to overtime, it's over anyway, right? Yeah, if they get a point, it's over. Right? I think we've been figuring that out all night. Well, they'll tell us on the broadcast, I guess.
Yeah, Blues. Blues are up 5-1 with 10-10 to go in the third.
That's their end.
Coming on the TV timeout, he's got the ability to kind of set his bench up the way he wants in terms of shifts. When groups are out, then with the goaltender potentially pulled. Faber gains the zone, cuts through the slot, and a quick pass by Johansson went over the top of the goal.
Should be pulling that goalie any second now.
Foligno back to Hartman just inside the offensive zone. Hartman down the wall. Puts on the brakes. Back to Brodin. He failed on it.
Oh, no.
Tried to kick it loose. He was tied up in front.
They can't pull him now.
2 1/4 minutes left as Colangelo moves in. Foligno found it. Colangelo took it away. Brodin.
So, 2:05 to go. Time just
holding it in.
Wild finally get the puck to the neutral zone, but they have it immediately taken away from them. Yeah, Flames are losing. Do we watch the rest of that game or do we call it a night?
Well, let's just see what happens in this game.
The net is now empty for Minnesota. With less than a minute and a half to go.
Kaprizov moves up high, looking for a shooting lane, and it's off the stick.
Mm.
And out of play.
Out of play with 1:16 to go. Yeah, the Wild, if the Wild clinch the playoff spot, they most likely will get the Jets.
Yeah.
And Vegas will play against the Blues. Minnesota calls their timeout.
But now they get a full reset. You can expect that group to be out there for the duration of this game. I think the Wild are drawing up plays. They've got to have two guys at the net. Rossi jumps on the ice, and Eriksson takes that puck to the net. Four guys kind of looking from the perimeter. I think there's a loose puck there.
So let me check that here real quick.
This game kind of boxing out in front of those styles.
Well, it's still a bunch of time left in the second period of that game. We'd be up pretty late.
Just hold on. I believe that, the Wild only need a point because they'd get 96 points. That's the best the Flames can do. But I believe that the Flames or the Wild would have the tiebreaker.
The Wilds try to get the puck, but it's the Ducks. The Ducks looks like...
Oh, they got it back.
The Wild got it back, but can they hang on to it?
Oh.
Gudas tried to clear, but it results in a rush the other way for the Wild.
Well, got it back. Oh,
that goes wide and it rolls out.
Oh, jeez. They almost put it in their own net.
Leaves it to Kaprizov. Half a minute to go. Eriksson deflects it in. Around the board, Zuccarello.
Oh, it's
Wow.
in! It's in! With 20 seconds left.
20 seconds.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
20 seconds. Ain't that something? Good night, Calgary. Sorry, Johnny.
About although the Wilds, if they win, they might get the first wild card spot.
Right.
If the Blues were to somehow blow that leads against Utah, then Calgary would still have hope.
There it is.
The Wilds have clinched the playoff spot.
Right. So we'll watch overtime and then call it a night.
Yeah. They clinched the top wild card spot in the Western Conference. And the Wilds will play Vegas in the first round. They didn't blow it. Yeah, the tie has never felt so good. Right. So yeah, we'll watch.
Yeah, we'll watch the overtime and the shootout if it goes that far, and then we'll call it a night.
Yeah. Because unless the Blues...
it doesn't matter now because Vegas is beating the Flames anyway, and I don't think the Blues are blowing it, so...
So that means after tonight, the only thing left up in the air would be...
And we will be here tomorrow night with Montreal.
Yes.
I want to watch your heartbreak. I swear, if I have to rewrite that script...
I want to watch the gears grind in your head.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You know, I think I know what I would do, though.
What?
I can't say it here.
Yeah.
I know what I would do. old version and then make it like an alternate. You know what I mean?
Well, what you should have, if the Canadians do blow it, you should have the Canadians like on the threshold of making like the playoff picture, and then Columbus sneaks up behind them and beats the crap out of them.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Ice says, "I heard that." Yeah, the Wild scored late, and they are officially in and will be playing the Golden Knights in the first round.
Watch Calgary come back and beat Vegas now.
It won't matter if the Blues win.
No, I'm not saying it matters. I'm just saying that now.
Yeah,
all right, let's see if
they have Fleury in net. They took out Gustafsson and put in Fleury for overtime. What a save by Fleury, because that's pretty cool. Yeah, they switched goalies. Yeah, Fleury's career is extended because they made the playoffs. I like the story of Marc-Andre Fleury getting another chance. So, I guess Eriksson Ek got called for slashing, so the Ducks are going to be on the power play.
Jeez,
so
come on, refs.
And the Ducks take their timeout.
Nobody wanted to see that. Huh? Or they put Fleury in and immediately go on the power play.
So the most playoff appearances in the last 13 seasons of the Western Conference.
The West, yeah.
Wild, 11. And that includes currently holding this playoff spot. Joel Eriksson Ek, one of the guys who came back from injury, was the guy who clinched that spot. They got their guys back.
So now, can they kill off this penalty? Not that it matters, but oh shit, no.
Okay. The Wilds get a clear. So now the Ducks, are still on the power play. All right, so.
Oh,
what a save by Fleury.
Fleury. God, they can't clear though.
Yeah, it's got to be difficult on the killing a 4-on-3. Let's see, Carl Lacombe. McTavish' pass was deflected. 3.5 to go in overtime. Fleury makes a save.
Still can't clear.
They've got to be exhausted
the whole time. Oh, can they get the clear? They do.
They get the clear.
Get this clear.
And there's only 30 seconds left on the Anaheim power play.
Especially coming into a game cold.
Yeah. The crowd in Minnesota is chanting Fleury. This is nice to see.
All right, they've killed it off. Look out. Oh, shit.
Wow. It got deflected wide.
Yeah, that was wide open.
And the power play is over for the Ducks.
All right.
So 2:28 to go in overtime. Just over halfway. The Wild's crowd is pumped.
Yeah.
This is an effective play. Look at that toe check. He's down. The forehand is open for Terrence. He doesn't do that short side post. Actually makes the save then off the post. Mid action.
All right, so I guess the face-off will be where? Okay, Minnesota doesn't.
Just cannot get out of the Minnesota zone the whole overtime.
McTavish with the puck. McTavish saved by Fleury. And the Wilds will get a potential 3-on-1, at least 2-on-1.
Oh, it's loose.
But they
blew the whistle.
$1:59 to go in overtime.
Boy, that's a bad whistle.
Well, he had gloved the puck. It was under his glove.
Did he really? It didn't show from that angle. I see what you're saying.
And then it got shoved out of his glove. Hello, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Wilds win the face-off, and they will take the time to change players. Maryland's got very windy today.
Yeah.
If they do win this, it will be Marc-Andre Fleury's win, for sure.
Almost seems like it'd be fitting for it to come in a shootout, doesn't it?
Kaprizov, what a move, but it's saved by Dostal.
Start back the other way. Stroll puts on the brakes. Cross-ice pass, tipped away by Spurgeon. Spurgeon battling in the corner.
Duckleen says Michigan is windy too. So the Ducks control the puck with 1:15 in overtime.
Wild have clinched their playoff spot on a game-tying goal with 20 seconds left by Joel Eriksson. And now Marc-Andre Fleury in his final regular season game of his career.
The final.
There you go. 2-on-1.
2-on-1.
Up.
Oh, man. They had the look,
Yeah,
but they couldn't.
Back. Now here come the Ducks.
The Ducks the other way.
Like their bag.
Fleury trying to get a win in what will be his final regular season game. Eisenite says, I feel bad for Hubie, Weeks, and Lomberg.
Yeah. I feel bad for Weeks and Lomberg. I'm playing. I mean, Huberdeau makes enough money. I don't feel so bad for him. You know what I mean?
St. Louis is now winning 6-1.
Jeez. Yeah, it's still 3-1 at the end of the second over here.
Eisenite says, you monster.
What can I say?
Johansson.
There it is.
Wow.
There it is. Wow.
What a goal.
Yep.
So Marc-Andre Fleury.
He gets the win.
He gets the win in his final regular season game.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yep.
I'll just change the banner to show the win. So again, the Wild will be playing the Golden Knights in the first round, and barring a catastrophic meltdown by the Blues and a comeback win for the Flames, the Blues will be playing the Jets in the first round. It just went boink, boink, boink.
Yeah.
Duckling says the Kings will be good in the playoffs this year. They have good defense. Look at how the players, they all gave Fleury the hug. Yeah, Fleury made some great saves.
Yeah, no, he kept it. Yep. All right.
Okay.
Oh, that was it. There's nothing left.
There's
Calgary
nothing
let us. I mean, once they got that tie,
that's it.
Pretty good though. We got to see the end of that, so that was good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for all the super chats. Much, much appreciated. I will see you live tomorrow noon. I'll have the Panthers Lightning preview out, maybe one other preview out. And Kyle is going to do a 6-hour draft prep stream on the football channel.
Fake news.
All right, everybody. Good night.
AI's gifted a membership.
Hey, thank you, Ice.
Thank you, Ice. Thank you.
Thank you, bud. Much appreciated. Much, much, much appreciated.
Yeah. Deadly Flames says, there goes my hope.
Sorry,
buddy.
Sorry, buddy. I was rooting for you. I kind of wanted to see that happen, but 20 seconds left. And you know,
yeah.
Vegas apparently wanted this game for whatever reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everyone.